Tash is from Assemblage Collective, and the project title was Miniature Narratives, Crafting Identity Through Portrait Miniatures, and this was at Kenwood. So I'll pass over to you, Tash.
Okay, so yes, the project was called Miniature Narratives, Crafting Identity Through Portrait Miniatures. And it was a project that was produced by Assemblage Collective. So we are an art youth collective encompassing a network of young creatives aged 18 to 30. We're currently in residence at the Foundling Museum, and the kind of aim of the collective is to build creative communities beyond the bounds of formal education, so kind of beyond university networks, kind of offering space for creativity, for networking, and predominantly through low cost or free workshops and events. So that's us. And the kind of overview of the project was that it was a project that was inspired by Kenwood House and Kenwood's Draper Gift of portrait miniatures. So the portrait miniatures are a collection that Kenwood have. They have a collection of these quite small portraits, and yeah, I mean, kind of interestingly, we discovered that the kind of term portrait miniatures is like a little bit misleading, because it doesn't necessarily refer just to their size, but for all intents and purposes, a lot of them are quite small. So we kind of focused on the kind of history and context of portrait miniatures, but also kind of took an interest in their size and in the fact that their size kind of represented them as these kind of very sentimental objects that people used to kind of carry around with them as like keepsakes, maybe similar to, you know, photographs we have now of loved ones on our phones and things like that. So yeah, we through the project we did a series of events, and in those events we looked at portrait miniatures, their history from kind of 18th century up to the present, and explored themes of representation and identity, and yeah, kind of did this through workshops, discussions, tangible outcomes, and explored the kind of different interpretation of the portrait miniature then and now. And our project events took place between July and September, and they were open to any young person aged 18 to 25. So the aims of the project were to explore the concept of portraiture, identity and representation from 18th century to the present day. So very much connecting the way that portraiture kind of connects to people's identity, both then in terms of how and why these portraits were painted, but also now in terms of how young people want to represent themselves and why. Second aim, engage young people in understanding and responding to heritage through creative mediums. And finally, to foster an appreciation for historical significance and personal sentiment of portrait miniatures. So kind of what I was saying before about the kind of purpose of portrait miniatures. So our first workshop was really exciting, actually, because we got to have a curator-led tour at Kenwood House of their collection of portrait miniatures, and that was a really interesting way to kick off the project, because it gave a really great overview of the history of the portrait miniatures, and their kind of sentimental value, and their connection to identity and representation, which was one of our kind of aims. And even more excitingly, after we had the tour, we actually got to handle some of the portrait miniatures. I'll show you a picture in a sec, but it was like quite amazing to like kind of look at something behind glass and then suddenly it's kind of like in your hands. So that was a really exciting experience. And then finally within that workshop we did a kind of little sketching exercise, thinking about the portrait miniatures we just handled, and doing some sketching activities. And then on the right you've just got a couple of quotes from participants, saying how amazing it was to actually hold the paintings, and how nice it was to have such a detailed talk about the portrait miniatures. And these are a couple of photos. So this is when we were actually handling them, and we used this special, on the right you can see, use this special like magnifying glass kind of thing with like a light in it, and it meant that you could really see like incredible detail, because obviously these things are absolutely tiny, but there's so much detail in the kind of paintwork, and you can kind of see each stroke when you use this special device. So that was really cool. Our second event was an emulsion lift photography workshop. So it's a specific process of working with Polaroid images. So we worked in small groups, we took Polaroid photographs of one another, and there's a process whereby you remove, using kind of water and a particular process, quite intricate process, you remove the kind of top emulsion layer of the Polaroid, and you create these like quite amazing translucent portrait images. And so we had a bit of a combination of people doing, half the group were working on their creating their emulsion lifts, and then half the group were creating collage frames, and then the two groups switched around. So in the end people ended up with a kind of portrait with a frame. And again, we've got a couple of quotes on the side, and yeah, I had a couple of like really lovely ones. Yeah, there were a couple of girls who were just visiting London, and so yeah, she said, it's my last day in London, it was the perfect way to spend it, which was really touching and sweet. And yeah, a lot of people found the process really interesting. A lot of people hadn't even heard of the process, and it was a really nice way to explore portraiture on kind of miniature scale, but also to explore photography in quite an unusual and kind of hands-on DIY way. And here are a couple of photos. So on the left, you've got someone who's just lifted her emulsion lift and then laid it out onto paper, which is actually, she's done a really good job, because it's really hard to do it without like creasing it. So yeah, it's that was really fun. And then on the right you have pictures of people making the collage frames, and as you can see, this event was also in Kenwood, in their education room. Our third event was a miniature collage workshop. So we were working with, again, being inspired by the collection of portrait miniatures. We had a look at the collection again, a little discussion about it. And we had various prompts around encouraging people to think about not just portraiture, but identity, and how they might represent themselves in a kind of more abstract way, or thinking about how they wish to be seen, and how they kind of, yeah, might present personal representation of themselves. It's not necessarily like a kind of literal portrait. And yeah, we did icebreaker, we did quite a lot of group work in that session, and participants made miniature self-portrait collage creations that are kind of on like square tiles. And yeah, again, we've got a couple of quotes, and people saying how it was interesting to work on such a small scale. A few of the participants had experience with collage, but none of them had ever worked on such a tiny scale. And they also commented on how nice it was to be in Kenwood House. And yeah, majority of the participants who took part in the project hadn't visited Kenwood House before, so that was a really lovely opportunity. And then these are a couple of images from that event. So on the left, we're down in Kenwood House's education studio, and yeah, very fierce concentration collaging, and you can kind of just about see maybe the scale, the tiny little squares of the scale that we're working with. And then the picture on the right is we did a little sharing in a circle where everyone kind of shared what the miniature collages that they'd made. And we sat right outside in the grounds of Kenwood House, and you can see Kenwood House like in the background, just like very privileged to do a workshop in such a beautiful place. Then event 4 was not, it was our only event that wasn't in Kenwood House, because there was like lack of availability. So we did this workshop at Topolsky Studio instead, which was in Waterloo, but it was still very much inspired by the portrait miniatures. We had lots of images of portrait miniatures from the Kenwood House collection. But it also gave us like quite an interesting opportunity to connect to so the artist Felix Topolsky, who the studio is all about. We ended up kind of making it a bit of a comparison between Kenwood House's portrait miniatures and Topolsky's portraiture. So it was actually a really interesting dialogue that was created. And yeah, we had in that session, we discussed portrait miniatures and their kind of historical significance, comparing them to modern photographs, etc. And we introduced participants to drawing techniques using mechanical and watercolor pencils and pens, and very much encouraging experimentation with materials, but also introducing techniques that would have been used, kind of a modernized version of techniques that would have been used to create the portrait miniatures. And participants worked with their own photographs, either of themselves or of loved ones, to kind of further connect to the themes of like self-expression and identity, but also the fact that portrait miniatures were often of representing loved ones. And again, a couple of quotes, and people commenting on how it was nice there was no pressure to be good or create in a certain way. That was very important to us, because as much as we were sharing kind of art skills and introducing art techniques, our aim always, and definitely through this project, is also to create kind of like warm, open environment where people don't feel like it's, you know, kind of school or anything like that. And another comment about someone liking the connection to real examples of portraiture. So that was really nice that kind of stood out. And then here are a couple of images from that workshop. So you can see like the venue's quite amazing actually, like nice little London Eye in the background. But yeah, you can see on that was our first activity when we were doing a like warm-up drawing activity, and then on the right is one of the outcomes of the session. So this is by the same participant, but she did the first one, she did very much experimenting with the materials, and then the second one was a kind of more finished piece that was based on a photograph of herself, where she felt very kind of confident and how she wanted to kind of represent herself. And then finally, our final event was a kind of coming together of everything. So it was a creative celebration event. We displayed work that had been created during the workshops. We had a raffle which included various kind of creative prizes. We discussed the project and kind of gave thanks to everybody for being involved. And then we also, within that event, we had 3 pop-up workshops. So we had crochet, blackout poetry, and collage zine making. So it was kind of like a nice opportunity for participants who'd been part of the previous workshops to kind of like revisit the creative like outcomes of the project, but then we also had new people coming along, and it was just nice kind of sharing event, and the pop-up workshops gave them the opportunity to engage with something creative as well. And yeah, there were lots of opportunities for networking, and yeah, again, we've got a couple of quotes, and yeah, this event was absolutely lovely actually, because also hosted at Kenwood House, but not in the education room, in the old kitchen, which is like very, very beautiful space and very unique place to host a workshop. And yeah, people commenting on how welcoming and kind everyone was, which is very sweet. And these are a couple of images of those pop-up workshops. So on the left is the blackout poetry workshop, and on the right is the crochet workshop. So then just in terms of like impact, we engaged 70 participants over 5 events. 83% of survey participants had never taken part in a project about heritage before outside of school. 100% said they found confidence in their abilities. 72% said they had learnt practical skills. And in terms of outputs, we delivered 5 events inspired by the portrait miniatures for young people aged 18 to 25. We had a display of artworks that I mentioned at the celebration event, and we also are very near to having the zine ready for digital download. So the zine, it will be very kind of simple, just kind of presentation of some of the outcomes, some of the work produced in the workshops, and so photographs and quotes, just a very like kind of easy takeaway to represent the achievements of the event and just like the nice time that we had. And I think, oh yeah, then I'm nearly at the end, but these are just you probably can't even read that, but like I just like seeing people's handwriting. But these are some of the comment cards that we got, and just like some really like lovely feedback, some of which I typed up in the previous slides, but just a lot of people saying how relaxing, open and informative, lovely vibe, skill building, etc. And then someone just put like I love Yupo paper, which is a type of paper we're working with, which I found quite funny. And yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask.
Oh my goodness.
Well.
Gosh, I wish I'd been in the project. That's incredible stuff, and what fabulous reach as well, like real creativity shown throughout this project. So well done. I realise that we're running very slightly over, but I mean, I know it's people's evenings, but my goodness, when the time is filled with such incredible stuff about young people engaging with heritage, I mean, hopefully you can stay on a few more minutes, but I do appreciate if you've got things to do, then that's absolutely fine. But I think we can make time for a question if anybody's got one for Tash. Again, just raise your hand and I'll come and find you. Yes, Henry.
I just wondered where Kenwood House was in relation to central London.
So it's in like northwest London, so it's like Hampstead kind of Highgate area.
So you can get out there on the tube sort of thing.
You can. It's about half an hour walk from like Highgate or Hampstead station. So it's like right in the midst of Hampstead Heath, like massive, beautiful park. So yeah, amazing location.
Yeah, but it's part of London basically. It's within London in general.
Yeah.
Great. They were lovely pictures as well, I have to say, Tash.
Thanks.
Really came, really got the project across really beautifully.